What if the only way to survive a world that treats you as disposable is to become something the system never intended you to be? In Bone Deep, SS Gosu delivers a lit RPG that strips away the power fantasy veneer to reveal the grinding, visceral cost of progression, proving that true strength isn't granted by blue boxes, it's forged in the marrow of suffering and refusal. This isn't just another stat-heavy dungeon crawl or zero-to-hero romp. It's a dark, atmospheric descent into bodily autonomy, systemic exploitation, and the terrifying clarity that emerges when you stop playing the game and start breaking its rules. From the first bone-deep narration, listeners are plunged into a realm where every level up feels like a wound, and every skill unlock carries the weight of sacrifice. Perfect for fans of gritty progression fantasy and character-driven lit RPG with emotional stakes, this audiobook serves up relentless momentum, unflinching realism, and a protagonist whose journey from pawn to anomaly resonates with anyone who's ever been told their worth is conditional. When indentured laborer Kale is forced into the Limitless Tower as cannon fodder for elite players, he expects death, not to discover a hidden class tied not to combat prowess, but to endurance itself. But as Kale survives encounters designed to break him, he realizes his unique path isn't about overpowering enemies, it's about outlasting systems built to consume people like him. Gosu masterfully avoids reducing progression to mere number inflation. Instead, she crafts a narrative where stats reflect trauma, loot drops carry moral weight, and survival demands redefining victory on your own terms. The audiobook narration amplifies this emotional precision, capturing Kale's weary determination and the system's sterile indifference with vocal textures that make every notification feel like violation and every moment of resilience feel like rebellion. You don't just hear his ascent, you feel the seismic shift of a man learning to value himself beyond utility. What elevates Bone Deep beyond typical lit RPG fare is its unflinching examination of exploitation as foundational mechanics. The tower isn't merely a setting, it's an engine of dehumanization that mirrors real-world labor hierarchies, where grind is glorified while bodies are discarded. Kale's growth isn't about dominating others, it's about reclaiming agency within structures designed to deny it. His allies aren't disposable NPCs, but fellow survivors navigating their own subjugation, healers burned out from endless support roles, tanks whose armor hide imposter syndrome, even antagonists whose villainy stems from the same dehumanizing systems Kale fled. Their bond deepens through acts of radical reciprocity, sharing resources without transactional expectation, creating safe spaces within dangerous zones, and choosing collaboration over competition when the system demands rivalry. Supporting characters add vital texture, guild leaders whose charisma masks manipulation, merchants who commodify kindness, even the tower's architecture, rendered as both prison and teacher, whose walls absorb centuries of silent screams. Every interaction reinforces the novel's core truth. In worlds built on extraction, tenderness is sabotage, and persistence is revolution. For audiobook listeners, this production transforms genre conventions into immersive storytelling. The narrator distinguishes Kale's internal monologue from system prompts with remarkable clarity. His voice carries exhaustion beneath dawning hope, while UI cues evolve from robotic detachment to subtle warmth as Kale rewrites his relationship with power. Sound design enhances atmosphere without overwhelming immersion. The chime of achievements blending with ambient dungeon echoes, the hushed tension of strategy sessions that feel like therapy, the rhythmic pulse of magic that mirrors heartbeat rather than machinery, all ground fantastical elements in sensory reality. Pacing mirrors progression fantasy's addictive loop while honoring emotional beats, accelerating during satisfying builds, and lingering in quiet moments where stats can't measure growth. Whether you're grinding through daily tasks or unwinding after long hours, the audiobook creates a portable sanctuary where escapism and introspection coexist seamlessly. It's storytelling as embodied reclamation, making virtual worlds feel urgently, achingly real. Ultimately, Bone Deep redefines lit RPG by centering post-exploitation healing with mechanical mastery. It satisfies genre cravings for satisfying progression and OP moments while delivering substantive commentary on labor, identity, and the courage required to build meaning beyond metrics. No prior series knowledge is needed. It stands confidently as a complete journey from depletion to wholeness. If you've ever wondered whether success requires self-erasure or if second chances demand repeating old patterns, this audiobook will affirm that true power lies not in climbing higher, but in building differently. Press play, embrace the grind-turned-growth, and prepare to believe that even in worlds built on systems, the most important upgrades happen off-screen. Your next favorite lit RPG isn't waiting in min-maxed builds, it's waiting in the quiet revolution of valuing yourself beyond what you produce.